Right now, more than 80 million Americans over the age of 50 are dealing with a gut packed with harmful bacteria. After 50, your digestive system starts losing its protective, beneficial bacteria at a rate of roughly 40% every single decade. That is a rapid structural collapse of your gut's foundation. When those good residents leave, bad ones move in and weaken your intestinal walls. Doctors call this intestinal permeability, or leaky gut. A leaky gut is a condition where tiny cracks develop in the intestinal lining, allowing toxins to slip out of the digestive tract and directly into your bloodstream. Once these bad bacteria take hold, they do not just wander around, they build a biofilm. A biofilm is a thick, impenetrable shield made of proteins and sugars that harmful bacteria construct to lock themselves safely inside while keeping your immune system out. With that shield in place, those locked-in colonies constantly leak toxins into your blood, where they travel to your joints, your heart, and your brain. That joint pain, the sudden fatigue, the brain fog you cannot shake, these are the direct result of an invisible engine of toxins pumping freely from a fortified bacterial colony your body cannot touch. If you have been faithfully swallowing expensive probiotic supplements or eating yogurt every morning, you are likely wasting your money. Taking a probiotic while a biofilm's intact is like spraying air freshener in a house with a gas leak. The good bacteria physically bounce off the shield. They cannot reach the gut wall to do any healing. Breaking that shield requires basic biochemistry. Over 600 clinical studies show that specific compounds found in common kitchen spices possess the exact chemical structures needed to actively dissolve the biofilm matrix and flush the bad bacteria out. This matrix shows your options. On the left, a $50 probiotic offers zero effort, that's zero biofilm penetration. On the right, spice protocols offer high biofilm destruction, but demand serious operational friction, preparation time, and strict routines. You have to choose. You can keep the illusion of a convenient, effortless pill that does nothing, or you can embrace the friction of a daily, highly specific biochemical preparation that actually forces the squatters out. This chart plots the effort required for 8 popular gut-healing spices against their actual impact on biofilms. Not all natural remedies are worth the preparation time or the physical side effects. Looking at the bottom right quadrant, we see oregano oil and raw garlic. Both have a strong reputation, but clinical trials show they only reduce harmful surface-level bacteria by 8 to 12%. They barely scratch the surface, and they cannot penetrate the deeper biofilm colonies at all. The friction you endure for that minor benefit is severe. Pure oregano oil burns the throat and can dangerously interfere with blood thinners. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, which degrades so fast that it loses its power before it even reaches your lower intestine. People rely on these ingredients because they are famous, but they end up trapped. They endure harsh side effects and terrible breath for surface-level results that leave the root cause completely untouched. Moving up the efficacy scale, a brew of crushed fennel seed and peppermint offers highly targeted relief if your primary issues are severe abdominal cramping and trapped gas after meals. The mechanism here is entirely physical. Fennel contains anethyl, and peppermint delivers menthol. Together, they force the cramping, smooth muscle fibers of your intestinal wall to relax. In clinical trials, this specific combination eliminated gut spasms in 72% of participants within 10 days. But there is a strict mechanical trade-off. Peppermint relaxes muscle fibers so effectively that it also loosens the valve between your stomach and esophagus. If you suffer from acid reflux, this protocol will make it worse. If you need to physically clear the digestive tract, mixing ginger with raw apple cider vinegar acts as a motility accelerator. These gingerol compounds speed up your digestive rhythm, acting like a high-pressure flush that pushes unattached bacteria out before they anchor to your gut wall. These mid-tier solutions are incredibly cheap and work within hours to relieve symptoms, but they require you to follow strict timing rules, like taking the vinegar 20 minutes before your largest meal, and respecting your own medical contraindications to avoid doing active harm to your esophagus. To actually repair the damage to the intestinal wall, you have to look at golden seal. It contains the highest natural concentration of a compound called berberine. Berberine activates an enzyme in your body called AMPK. AMPK is a cellular energy regulator that starves harmful bacteria of the sugar they need to survive, while simultaneously stimulating the repair of your intestinal lining. The cost of that repair is heavy friction. Golden Seal runs about $18 for a 1-month supply.
It degrades extremely quickly once exposed to air, and the taste is brutally, overwhelmingly bitter. Then we have turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, which executes a highly sophisticated attack. It chemically blocks the exact enzyme that bad bacteria use to build their shield, dismantling the biofilm matrix from the inside out. This chart illustrates turmeric's fatal flaw. On its own, your body absorbs less than 3% of the curcumin. It is completely useless. But when you add piperine from black pepper and a fat carrier like coconut oil, human absorption violently spikes by 2,000%. You cannot shortcut human biochemistry. Swallowing a trendy turmeric pill without the exact piperine and fat carriers is a total waste of money. The compounds will simply pass through your system unabsorbed. The single most effective protocol uncovered by the research is called the golden flush. It is an exact daily combination of Ceylon cinnamon and turmeric, freshly ground black pepper, and coconut oil in warm water. This combination executes a multi-vector biochemical attack. The cinnamaldehyde from the cinnamon dissolves the exterior walls of the biofilm. Simultaneously, the supercharged curcumin collapses the internal structure of the matrix. In a 30-day clinical study, adults taking this exact 3-spice combination saw a 74% reduction in pathogenic gut bacteria and a 61% improvement in the physical integrity of their gut barrier. There is one critical safety rule. You must use true Ceylon cinnamon. 95% of grocery store shelves stock cassia cinnamon, which contains high levels of coumarin. Coumarin is a chemical compound that can cause severe liver damage in older adults if consumed daily. The golden flush achieves genuine microbiome restoration because no single strain of bacteria can develop resistance to it. By targeting the colony from the outside and the inside at the exact same time, the fortress simply collapses. If you start this protocol, you need to prepare for a Herxheimer reaction. A Herxheimer reaction, or die-off symptom, is a temporary physical response where you feel noticeably worse, experiencing more bloating and fatigue, as your body attempts to process suddenly released toxins. This happens because the protocol works. As massive numbers of harmful bacteria die off and rupture, they dump their internal toxins straight into your gut. Your body has to urgently flush that dense debris out of your system, which makes you feel uncomfortable for 3 to 5 days. This intense reaction happens because our bodies are no longer used to these compounds. Generations ago, your great-grandparents naturally consumed turmeric, ginger, and true cinnamon as foundational parts of their daily meals. Today, we replaced those protective natural compounds with processed foods and commercial pharmacy remedies that treat surface symptoms while feeding the bad bacteria underneath. Your gut collapse after 50 is a product of a broken modern diet. Fixing it means accepting that you will endure a few days of temporary, manageable discomfort to purge years of accumulated toxins. This scorecard outlines your strict daily execution plan. Every single morning, drink the golden flush on a completely empty stomach. Do not eat for 30 minutes. In the evening, choose either the fennel brew for cramping or the golden seal tea for deep cellular repair, and stick to it. I challenge you to commit to this for 30 days. Before you start, write down your 3 worst gut symptoms and rate them on a scale from 1 to 10. In exactly 1 month, rate them again. Look at the objective numbers on paper. This is not a casual wellness trend. It is a scientifically validated medical intervention that requires rigorous discipline. Trade the illusion of an easy pill for the friction of real biochemistry and give your gut a second chance.